Hallo und herzlich willkommen zur nächsten Folge von Mass Effect mit mir, dem Rigi. Die mache ich jetzt, also die Aufnahme wird gleich im Anschluss zur vorherigen, deswegen muss ich mal schnell abspeichern. Das habe ich jetzt gerade noch vergessen zu machen. Genau. Docken wir doch mal zum Joker.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I, pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours. Fun.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too.
Fun.
I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
Ship steht.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I have to go.
I have to go.
See ya.
I should go. Da kann man schön XP farmen. Haben wir noch Skill Points? Ja, haben wir. Und wir können Heavy Armor equippen. Sehr gut. 35. First Aid in Gut. Bleibt bei Incendiary. Snipergewehr. Aber kein neues. Das braucht man. Accuracy. Ne, braucht man Stability. Ja, ich glaube eher Stability. Puff. Hab ich jetzt echt. Die Kessler können wir mal ein bisschen in Omnigil. Was? Omnigil ist nämlich auch richtig. Gut. Sehr, sehr gut. Gute Tasche. Wir könnten jetzt erstmal ein bisschen die Normandy erkunden. Mit der Kunden meine ich runtergehen zum Händler und schauen, ob er was zum Kaufen hat. So was Gescheites zum Verkaufen. Kann man ein bisschen Geld verdienen. Mal Google. Da ist er.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
Yep.
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well,
Okay.
as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Okay.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Mal schauen, was er so hat. Spectre Master Key können wir uns bei weitem noch nicht leisten. Aber Granaten-Upgrades hat er. Das kann man kaufen. beim Verkaufen. Ja, okay, das brauchen wir jetzt echt nicht. Ich sollte vielleicht mal, bevor ich hier anfange, was zu machen, erstmal hier schauen, dass ich in die eine gute Ausrüstung bekommen hier alle. Okay. Können Human Armor anziehen, die Asari? Wusste ich gar nicht. So. Schauen wir mal, was wir für Talis haben. Hammerhead-Teile sind immer gut. Alles geht auch so. Okay. Wie ist der? Rex. Bypass. Okay. Keine Kroganer-Rüstung, okay. Schade. Wobei, ich glaube eher, da wird das hier besser. So, jetzt haben wir noch Garrus locker. Wobei ich denke, dass Garrus eigentlich bis auf die Power-Teile da fertig upgegradet sein dürfte. Kai dann. Ja, hier haben wir nichts mehr. Das habe ich aber schon noch. Ich habe die andere, stimmt. Und dann noch Arschlei. Okay. Auch nur Sturm 1. Striker. Ganze Scheiße hier. Die ganzen Standardsachen brauchst du nicht verkaufen. Kannst du Omni-Gel draus machen. Ja, so wie die Kessler-Kacke. Eigentlich alles, was 1 ist, kannst du in Omni-Gel verwandeln. ist sogar gar nicht so schlecht. Da findet man bestimmt noch mehr. Ja, aber zum Beispiel die beiden kann man verkaufen. Ein bisschen Omnigel haben wir jetzt auch bekommen. Dann können wir ja gleich mal mit den Leuten hier sprechen.
Looking for supplies?
Ja, ein bisschen unterwegs auf der Normandie heute.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Phil. Diese ganzen Anti-Piercing-Scheiße. So, dann reden wir mal mit den Leuten, die hier auf dem Schiff zu finden sind.
Commander, nice work out there. I knew working with a Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it.
But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this.
And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to... I understand, Commander.
Was haben wir denn jetzt im Codex freigeschalten? Irgendwas Wichtiges? Nee.
Commander, you have a minute to talk?
Of course.
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
You don't trust their motives because they're not human.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, I mean, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
How do you get from relying on ourselves to mistreating our allies?
I don't mean we should mistreat them, Commander. I just think we should be prepared to go it without them. As noble as the Council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
I don't see that as inevitable.
Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
These seem like deeply held beliefs, Williams. What made you think this way?
My family's defended the Alliance since it was founded. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
All right. I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're going to have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
I don't think kissing Turians will be necessary.
You never know, Commander.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, sir.
Und jetzt mit Rex.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
You Krogan live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
Oh, come on.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Sorry, Rex. I wasn't trying to get you upset.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected. Every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a
Ja,
Krogan,
letzte Woche Dienstag.
would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard.
Ja, das
I can't
stimmt.
change that. Nobody can.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
So, wo geht's denn hier lang?
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is.
Okay.
Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for Tally, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Fill me in on the IES stealth systems. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster-than-light travel?
Cranking up to FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Reden wir mal mit Tali.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Nix.
I should go.
I should go.
See you later.
Okay. Das ist eine... Kann man uns mit der hier unterhalten? Ne, kann man nicht. Das ist eine Folge mit sehr viel Information. Wenn man uns mal so auf der Normandie umhört. Wenn man uns so auf der Normandie umhört. Sure. Aber das muss halt auch mal sein. Ich meine, es gibt uns sogar extra XP. Da kann man sogar Level up gehen, wenn es wäre. Ach warte, da geht sie wieder hoch. Hier waren wir noch nicht. Schau mal, wen wir hier so antreffen können. Kaidan!
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
Off the record.
Alright. Let's label it officially off the record. Got something on your mind?
Straight up, there's something wrong with all of this. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
We'll get things done. I'd rather operate independently than have the brass on our backs anyway.
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Jump Zero is a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. But that's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
It's a big galaxy, Lieutenant. Who knows what will come in handy?
If you say so, sir. Besides, I've got my past squared away.
Okay. Hier haben wir die Captain's Kajüte. Aha, XP. So, mit wem haben wir jetzt noch nicht gesprochen? Wir haben mit Tali, mit Garrus, mit Rex, mit Ashley, mit Kaidan. Da fehlt eigentlich nur noch hier, Liara. Und die dürfte eigentlich hier sein.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Okay.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Ich mag das. I should go. Dann reden wir noch mit Dr. Chakwas.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Ich kann mir über keinen...
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record. Over a dozen special commendations.
ihre Stimme.
Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain.
Oh.
There's a long list of horrific side effects. Kaiden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
Ja, super.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Hey, wir haben Level Up geschafft. Depp. Ah. Richtig gut. Einfach nur durch Reden Level Up. Ich glaube, ich bin. Aha. Und den First Aid gibt's hier mal. Gut, dann geht's wieder nach oben. Machen wir noch ein bisschen Nebenquests. Na, wir müssen noch zur Citadel theoretisch. Theoretisch. Stimmt, mit Navigator Presley haben wir noch nicht gesprochen.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, sir, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
Carry on, Presley.
Ja,
Yes, sir.
Hier, Nihilus war doch auf unserer Seite. Schauen wir mal, was man hier machen kann. Ach, wieder ein XP-Farm. Dann schauen wir mal ein bisschen auf die Galaxy Map. Und noch ein bisschen Element-Scheiße finden kann.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander Shepard, my name is Nasana Dantius. I have a job for you. I can't say any more in an unsecured communication. If you're interested in hearing my offer, meet me on the Citadel so we can talk in person. I'll be waiting in the Diplomat's Lounge on the Presidium.
Okay. Finden wir wieder schöne Rohstoffe. Sehr schön. Und zum nächsten. Metzeden. Dann wir doch mal da mal schauen, was passiert. Standardaufstellung. Level 1 Ersatz. Ah, das ist nicht geil. Stronghold. Dürfte dann das da sein. Dann fahren wir mal zu den Debris, zu den Trümmern. Aber davor holen wir uns hier noch die Mineralien. Weil ich meine, die geben uns auch Money. Und mit dem Money können wir uns ein super geiles Spectras auszukaufen. Da sind wir dann voll krass dabei. Also wir müssen jetzt dann die Citadel wegen dem einen Admiral und wegen der Frau, die uns da angecallt hat. Können wir uns vielleicht mal umhören, so. Wahrscheinlich ist unser Technik-Skill mal wieder zu niedrig.
En route!
Tatsächlich nicht. Oh, nice. Dann schauen wir uns dann noch diese Festung da an. Gehen wir doch mal rein.
Over there!
Go, go, go!
Fixer fehlt. Ghana.
Hold the line!
Lost shields! I've lost shields! Shields disabled!
I will destroy you!
Oh, fetter Loot. Dann schauen wir noch nach oben. Schnell speichern. Nicht vergessen, sonst wird's kritisch. Irgendwie konnte man doch springen. Das weiß ich. So nicht. I see. Decryption skill too low. Kriegen wir irgendwie geht es? Nee. Ja, schade, geht nicht. Ich habe gerade ausprobiert, ob man von hier zur Normandie kann. Wäre schön gewesen. Gut, zurück zur Normandie. Dann erkunden wir das System hier noch schnell fertig. Gut. Dann haben wir das Artemis Starcluster fertig. Dann fliegen wir mal back zu Citadel. Schon mal. Gut. Dann würde ich mal sagen, wir beenden hier die Folge. Ich bedanke mich wie immer recht herzlich fürs Zuschauen. Ich hoffe, es macht euch Spaß, mir beim Mass Effect Spielen zuzuschauen. Mir macht es natürlich Spaß, das zu spielen. Ich hoffe, es war die Folge auch ganz interessant für euch. Für mich war es auf jeden Fall interessant. Ich habe ein paar Sachen erfahren, die ich noch nicht davor gewusst habe. Deswegen werde ich wahrscheinlich mich auch mal öfters hier mit den Leuten unterhalten. Das pflegt halt auch gute Beziehungen zu den Crewmitgliedern. Und ja, wie immer, wenn es euch gefallen hat, lasst ein Like da, wenn nicht, dann Kritik in die Kommentare. Ansonsten bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao.